One little thing, or one thing that if you were to explain what your journey with God and your relationship, because I can only think that if we talk and tell people what this journey is, they might somehow get the light to see how supernatural and how rewarding the work is. I mean, I know it's hard work and we go through stuff, but to have the relationship with Christ because He knows you're giving your whole heart, it's like a supernatural, and I don't like to use big words, but it's really supernatural relationship and walk with Him. And
so let me say it this way. So 2 years ago, I had a friend who I have been on a journey from deep, devastating addiction in his life. You know, with all of the relapses and all the trips to the hospital and all of the disappointments and heartbreaks that this man would make promises that he never kept, ropes of sand.
Yeah.
2 years ago, he came to one of these boot camps that I talked about.
Great.
And he had just recently, a kid that he knew, 25-year-old kid, who had had a long journey of heroin addiction, showed up at his door and said, "Nobody else will take me in, and it's you or the park bench, so can I stay here for a couple of days?" And Jim called me up and said, "So should I do that?" And I said, "I don't think you should." He was pretty new in his recovery himself. But he did. And he went to boot camp, and God said to him, "I got a name for you, and your name, my name for you is Prospector." And Jim says, "I don't even know what that word means." And I told him it means that a guy who digs in the ground for riches. And he said, "Well, that means me digging for young men whose lives have been devastated by addiction and helping them see that Jesus is the one and only answer." This was my friend of mine said this. And a month later, a guy offered him a house to do the same with other young men that he had done for that one man that had come to his door. And now 2 years later, this man is able to oversee a program that is offering a opportunity for life change for 26 men. And he has nothing, he has no income. This guy who's doing this has no income, no education. All he has is his life experience of devastation caused by addictions and the one and only hope of Jesus that turned his life around 180 degrees. And his willingness to open the door and let a guy in as just a willingness. And Jim would say, "I've never had less money, and I've never had a sense of satisfaction and purpose and just rescuing one more for Jesus." So he's experienced all the highs and lows that addiction can bring. And he's saying that the best thing that he's ever experienced is this place of he has nothing to offer except his willingness to help. And God opened up doors in a way that now he's overseeing 2 houses. So for me, that's been kind of my story. I mean, I've been really moved into spaces that I feel like I have absolutely no natural ability. But God's called me, and I think that God equips those He calls, and He provides the resources. A guy said to me, "So if you have a God vision, you can expect God resourcing." And I think you could say at Crossroads Freedom Center that God gave you a vision, and He has been pulling your way resources ever since.
Well, the interesting thing is, being successful in the world and, being blessed, I thought, I'd come up here and I could create a lot of money and get this all done. But God had a different plan. He said, I want you to have relationship. I want you to build this from the ground up. And understand what a board is, understand the people around it, the spiritual awareness of what I'm calling you to do. If you don't have it all in place, it's going to crumble. And I had no idea, but it didn't come with any direction. But it's been the biggest blessing, and I've seen more miracles without having funding. We've made progress. It keeps moving forward, and I've had challenges in my business and things that have happened, But it's God just continues to make everything work and come. You know, I keep smiling and just keep.
It's the way it works, isn't it? He
Yeah.
doesn't always give us all of it.
Yeah.
He gives us the next step.
Yeah, the next step, because he's preparing us for what he's going to take us to, and really trusting him is the deal. And you know, if he's called you, you can't deny it.
Right.
So you might as well enjoy it and
Jump off the cliff and expect he's going to give you some wings.
Yeah, it's been a real blessing.